All right. Hey, everybody. If you're tuning in, I am Charlie, and I'm happy that you're here. Tonight, I'm going to work on getting some things ready for my Saturday group and for my Sunday Neverland group that is starting up this week. So, I'm going to first be making tokens for my Saturday group to get them all set. If you're tuning in, feel free to message in the chat. And yeah. Let me adjust so I can see the chat a little bit better. Cool. So let me get some things pulled up and then I will get right to it. So to talk a little bit about while I'm finding the files that I need, my Saturday, so I stream D&D primarily, and now I'm doing some of my session prep things on here as well. And my D&D groups we stream on Tuesday at 5:30 Central Time, and that one we are playing Dragons of Stormwreck Isle. That is the new starter set, and then it's going to turn into we're gonna have like a little bridge that will get us into doing a Spelljammer after that. And then that's my Tuesday group. Saturday, I have two groups on Saturday. Typically we do every other week. So like one week I'll have the morning group play, and then the next week will be the evening group. This summer it's a little different, just because of scheduling purposes. Like it's a little more of a challenge to get that sorted and figured out. Mostly on my end, I have different meetings and things for being a teacher, so sometimes that can be hard. But so this Saturday, my 10 a.m. group is what we are going with being called Icewind Mail. It's based on a D&D Beyond had been posting it before Icewind Dale came out. So let's see. I always do this and forget who it is. They're encounters of the week, and I think in total there were between 6 to 8 of them total, and they were written by James Heck, and that was in the summer of 2020 in preparation to get people excited and amped up for Icewind Dale. So we are doing that. They are the part of the Lusker Deliverers, and so they are specializing in getting these hard to deliver packages to the farthest stretches of the world, and dangers might come with it and everything like that. And so that's what they are doing, and then that will lead into doing Prisoner 13, which is what we had initially we were going to do. So we're a short shot group. We initially did a Batman themed, and then going from there. So they are streaming on Saturday mornings, and then Saturday evenings I have a Lost Mine of Fiendelver group that I put together, and it's a little it's a lot different. So we have played, I think, 7 sessions at this point, and we haven't really hit much of the module as written. I've added things in because I have a couple players who've played before. So I'm actually going to work. I got art commissioned for them, and so today I'm going to work on getting their art taken care of. And then Sunday, my new stream is going to be oh gosh, what is it? Neverland on Sundays. So at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, we will be doing that. And so tonight we will actually get some of those beast imported in to Foundry. So that's one thing that is kind of hard, is it's not, I guess it's homebrew would be basically what it is. So I have information about them, but I have to put them all in. And then I saw in the chat, and how do I pull up my chat here so it's easier? There we go. That's interesting. Local Unchained player, you finished a homebrew monster. That's cool. Tell me about it. So I was getting ready to get off, and I'd seen you in somebody else's. We were in the same stream, and I should have said hi, but I was trying to focus on doing schoolwork by watching Twitch, which was probably not at all productive, but I like saw your name as I was like, okay, I've got to focus, and I was like, oh, I recognize this name. Yeah, and I think I have it where links won't like freak out if you send them. I think I fixed some of my settings that were a little wonky. So if you want to drop a link in the chat, I am okay with that. And hopefully things aren't weird, like angry towards you. Okay, so I got my barbarian that I needed. Cool. Let me take a look. Oh, it says it doesn't exist. Yeah, I clicked it and it told me that the monster doesn't exist. So this website, Giphy Glyphs Monster Maker. Oh, that's cool. So it makes it so it looks like... Okay, that's a cool website. Did you find that on... Oh, it's on D&D Beyond too? Cool. Did you find this Giphy Glyph website? Was it recommended to you from someone, or did you just kind of stumble on it? Yeah, Google is like the greatest way to find things. It makes me sad. My students like don't know how to like effectively Google and find what they're looking for, and I'm like, I can find everything you need in like seconds. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so we a snack shifter. Okay, so description. Let's take a look. So it has to kill higher and higher amounts of creatures, and the final creature that it kills to get to that number ups the stats of the highest stat of the creature it killed. So if it kills 5 creatures, to up the stat again. Once it kills the 5th, that monster's highest stat that is raised on it. Okay, so it's like basically as it's killing these creatures are kind of like devouring, it's like kind of taking over those stats of it. This would be like I think this concept is really cool. Okay, it's a player pet, but I think it would like the math would just be too much for me. But I guess if it's a player pet, it's not killing a lot of things, but as that happens, it's going to help it to increase. Okay, that makes sense. If this creature kills a creature with burrowing speed or swimming speed, it gains that same amount of speed. Okay. Okay, so as long as it's helping to kill something. So, like, if the group was in a combat with, let's say, 10 beast, and this only, like, directly contributed to killing 2, would it get everything from the other 8, or just the 2? So it's just got to show up to the fight. Like, that's what I'm about. Like, I just want to show up to the fight and, like, reap the benefits. Like, maybe get a good swing in there. Okay, so it's... Oh, but so it does have to hit it at least once in order for it to count. Oh yeah, I haven't gotten... I get really distracted when I'm, like, reading things, so I went, like, directly to the description part, and I haven't looked at the, block itself. Okay, so optional, the more evil creature this creature kills, the more corrupt it becomes. At 150, it can't control its own body, and it starts killing everything in sight. At 150 evil creatures it's killed, it's fully corrupted. Okay, so, and then before the corruption fully takes over, you can use remove curse or greater restoration, and then it sets it back to 0. Okay. That's cool. That kind of also then gives an awareness of the players like noticing how the behavior then starts to change. Okay, it's got, okay, so let's take a look at the action. So it can bite. It's a fast bite, and if it hits, then it has to make a Constitution saving throw. So if it doesn't pass the Constitution saving throw, what happens then? Is it going to be poisoned in addition to having the piercing damage done? Okay, it's going to have that poison condition. Cool. Alright, and so then slap is going to be 1d8 plus its strength modifier, and so a nose change, so it's going to use its tail to slap the other creature. Ooh, headbutt. I like headbutt too. And the creature uses 2 brain cells until a long rest. Do you plan on having, like... So I know in, like, most combat situations you are trying to, you know, attack and kill or whatever the case may be, defeat them in whatever purpose, but, like, do you think that there's a situation where this, Snack Shifter could headbutt, like, someone, like, if they're trying to, like, negotiate with them or something, and they headbutt and they lose 2, brain cells, and so then that, like, would affect that other creature's, like, intelligence or something like that, so then maybe the group could intimidate it more easily, if that makes sense? Is that something you'd thought of? Okay. Yeah, just comedy. And that works too. Yeah. I'm all about doing things for flavor. For sure. Constrict. Okay, and this works on small creatures. Alright, and then we get into the bonus actions. So we have Spin Slap. And if you were tuning in the chat, local Unchained player dropped in a homebrew monster that they made, so I'm taking a look at it. Yeah, I guess people do have trillions of brain cells. That... Cool. Oh, I feel like my bots are, like, way too overzealous on this. I'm gonna make a note of that. I don't like how often they are popping up in the chat. Okay, so bonus actions, we have a Spin Slap. So as a bonus action, if you use your action to slap a creature, it can keep going and slap the creature again. Okay, I like that. Shed Skin. So, okay, so this is like snake-like. Okay. It can shed its skin. If the creature tries to hit this creature while it has low health, it can shed its skin to get out of the way. And that can be used once per long rest. So that's kind of like the, what is it? Like having like the Echo Knight and things, like something, really like distracting. And there's some, another thing that's like that too. Okay, and then no legendary, no mythic. So I guess my question is, so it only has, yeah, so it doesn't die earlier. So it starts with 10, and then it will scale up in how many hit points it has? Is that how this happens as it's attacking and killing other creatures? Okay, I've got it. Yeah, okay. So, like, what's, like, the max amount of, like, HP this can end up with? I need Warlock. More kill, more stats. Okay. Yeah, I think that concept is pretty cool. I feel like it would be too much for me personally to keep track of, but like no max, it can just keep going. That's cool. But I like making my players keep track of things too. So I feel like as long as they were keeping track, it would be all good to go. All right, so we are gonna make some tokens today, and then let me get that pulled up and started. And it's easier if I do it before we're in Procreate. Okay, what's that? I can wait. What's that? Did I read where you find the creature? Um, let's see. I read that it's 7 feet long. I am like each time skipping over this. Let's see. I'm not seeing it on here, but where do you find them? I'm also like really bad at focused reading, if I'm being completely honest. Today I had to read, um, I think like 100 pages for my grad classes. Oh, is it here? A creature. Yeah, I found it just as you put that in the chat. A creature that is so bound in chains you can't see the actual creature, and you can find it in the middle of a really dense and dangerous jungle or forest, and the chains are in a spiral almost, and there's a giant hole underneath it, and if it's in sight, you will feel like you should free the creature. Okay, so then you said this is like a pet, was that right? So did one of your players like find this and now it's their pet? And let me take a look. Okay, that's cool. So they felt compelled to. It's a party pet. Okay, so the group found it, felt compelled to do it. So as it gets more corrupt, is it going to end up wanting to attack the party, or like will they remain allies in this? Only if it's fully corrupted. Okay, so once it gets fully corrupted, then like all bets are off, and who knows what's gonna happen from there. Nice. I think that's a really cool concept. I like that it changes and kind of evolves over time. So and then like if the party realizes that hey, this is happening and it's corrupt, then like they are able to do something about it. If they can figure out what to do. So that's pretty cool, pretty well thought out. Thank you for sharing that with me. Not sure what I put those settings on to make it purple. That is back too far. Okay, so we'll just... Was it this one? Okay, we will just go with it. Yeah, I'd be proud of it too. I think it's really cool and definitely showing people and stuff like props to you because it's something outside the box, right? And so that's hard for people to come up with those outside the box things that are unique and different. Um, so mad props to you on that. All right, so I'm gonna start with my Rangers token. That looks to be close to what it was. All right, and let's get the Ranger art added in. Well, I mean, I feel like at this point, when it comes to creating things, like we're influenced by so much, like it's hard not to take and be influenced by something and add it into whatever it is that you're coming up with. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Oh, from Yu-Gi-Oh. See, I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon or any of that too much when I was a kid. I don't Not really sure why, but like that's just something I didn't really get into. Okay, let's turn off the layers, the lore from the cards. Okay, and I'm erasing this stuff in between. So these are her arrows, but unfortunately the removed background did not catch everything. Baby dragon was about to be stepped on by its mother. The mother lost control. And the Buster Blader saved the baby. Okay. I don't know. Really, I do like what you came up with and then killed the mother. Okay. And so then that somehow that led to this creature being able to get more and more corrupt then. Am I understanding that part right? If you're hanging out in the chat, please drop a message, say hello. Let me know how your Thursday is going. Okay, it helped him because it gained powers. That's really cool though to take something from like a whole other thing and add it in. I was looking, so I've been, like I said, getting art done for my different groups, and one of the artists I'm using had asked me to have my characters pick a Pokemon because they wanted to practice drawing more cartoony, and I was like, okay, cool. They wanted to turn him into a trainer. And then when I was like looking and trying to pick like good Pokemon to use for it, like I found a bunch of D&D Pokemon stat blocks, so I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, so it lost control, killed its mother, and because he gained powers, became more corrupt the more power it absorbed, lost control just like its mother at a point, and the Buster Blader had to slay the dragon that it raised. Oh, so then you've like put in the effort of raising this dragon to only have to turn around and slay it. That would be tough. Okay, so as that dragon took its last breath, it had control just for a second and transferred the power. Okay, so it had control, was able to transfer over the power to the Buster Blader. Yeah, I see it. Like, I know nothing at all about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or even really Pokemon or any of that. I did go to Pokemon Go Festival and, like, whatever. Like, we played Pokemon Go for a while, but I didn't know anything about what I was doing, just that it helped me to walk more. So, yeah, so it still died. It's a sad story, but it's cool. Hey, at least it's cool. It's not just something sad. And then it gave you some inspiration for making this monster stat block that you came up with. So that's cool too. So aside from making some kick-ass homebrew monsters, how has your day been? Pretty good. Did you do anything cool today? Just kind of hang out? It's summer for me, so like everything's blurring together, but now I do have some classes I have to work on. I made the mistake of taking two graduate level classes this summer, and I'm already feeling that. Yeah, mostly just worked on the monster. Fair enough. Do you have a picture or description, like a detailed description or a picture of it? Well, if you want, once I get kicked off of being able to screen share this that I'm working on, we can, if you come up with a description, we can run something through Midjourney for you and see what you think. So if you come up with some descriptors for it, I'd be happy to run that through and see if we can create something using AI to generate that. Purple is such a good color to use for different things. I feel like it's an underrated color. Okay, well, purple with green eyes is giving me some Joker vibe right there. And those are like two of my favorite colors put together, so good job on that part. So, like, when you say coiled in, do you mean kind of like balled in like a ball python, or what are you thinking with the coil? There's still a lot of white in this. I'm zoomed in, so this doesn't look like anything cool at all, but I am working on my ranger making their token art for Saturday. And by making, I definitely don't want to take credit where it's not mine to take. I am combining different files. Okay, so coiled into a circle. I gotcha. Alright, there we go. It doesn't look great, but it looks better. I almost think maybe I should just keep the main one. Let's see what I can do. Hmm. Oh, it's because of the brush tip that I'm using. Duh. Let's do inking. Yeah, Mercury should work. Okay. Alright, let's switch over. Let's see what we got. I need Discord. Okay, and it looks like a cute snake. Alright, let me pull up Discord. I got distracted. That's what happens when I switch over to things. Okay, and I don't have much left on my mid-journey, but the good news is it resets, I think, at midnight. Okay, so I need Discord. Alright, so we are imagining a purple 7-foot long snake. What's the best way? I can't even type purple 7-foot long snake. Green eyes. Coiled into a circle. Okay, and then do you want it to be kind of cartoony? Or, like, what do you think? Okay, let's try, like, high fantasy, or... is it high fantasy? Yeah, let's give this a go, and we'll see how this one comes out, and then we can make adjustments. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. I, like, love to watch and see, like, them generate. We might have wanted to add, like, the word cute or something to it, so we might need to do it another... I'm sure we'll need to do it another time at least. Bottom right is looking promising. Oh, it's got, like, purple lines. The purple is not turning out the way. Okay, so I need to add another layer. Alright, let me pop that out bigger. Okay, none of them look friendly. Like, I would not want to mess with any of that. I also do, like, I like the lower left one as well. Yeah, we probably do need to add the word cute. Okay, so let's try that again. Let's do cute, friendly, and I guess we don't, um, oh, we definitely don't need it to be cute M with, I don't even know what that would be as a word. Okay, so cute, friendly, I'm gonna leave out the brackets and see if that helps. 7-foot purple snake with green eyes coiled into a circle. Let's give that a go. Okay. I am going to do. My wife brought me up dinner. I don't want to eat it super cold, so I'm gonna step away just for about like 5 minutes to scarf down some food, and then we can check out what we end up with. So I will be right back. I'm gonna do ads since I'm stepping away, and we'll go from there. So give me about 5 to 7 minutes, and I will be back. Alrighty, I am back. Let's take a look. So this is the one that I generated before going on the break. the bottom left got everything right about it, except definitely probably not what you're going for. But it looks friendly. It's got green eyes, and it's purple, and it's coiled into a circle. Like the upper left, there's not even like a snake head. Like, what is that? Like a snake bracelet? Where's the snake? Um, I mean, this one's cool. The upper right, but instead of giving it green eyes, it gave it a green face. And then the lower right's pretty cool, but not like I don't think that's at all what we were going for. But for meeting the descriptors, the award goes to the lower left. So I ran it again while I was eating, and these are the ones that came up. And I kind of think upper right on this one might be the best of the group so far. And so I'm guessing what I've learned from Midjourney is you either like you get one color in the world, you don't get to tell it more than one color, or it gets confused. So what one are you thinking? You had said upper right of this one. Okay, let's upscale it. And then I can drop that into what, I picked the wrong one. I was like, what did I do? That's not, I like clicked wrong. Let me fix that. There we go. Yeah, I think that one looks really good. You could almost say that like the green, because like it definitely does have a lot of purple to it. So like the green could just be slime or whatever it is that you want to say. Okay, so let's see. What does it do if I click the web? Oh, it's gonna take you to Midjourney. Okay, so let me save it. Okay, and I'll drop it in on my drive and just drop the link to you so you can have it. Where did I save it? I feel like I play the game of where did I just save something that I just saved quite a bit. There it is. Yeah, now you have some art for it. Alright, that should work. It might be... Like, when I open it, it says that it's generating a preview. So, let me know if it... did it work? Perfect. Okay. Alright, so we've got that taken care of. Cool. Let's then go back to doing some token art so I get some of this taken care of. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that was, like, easy, so no problem. Yeah, of course. You are welcome. What are you saving to? Because it clearly is not what I thought. Nope. There we go. Alright, so I'm working on my ranger still, trying to kind of fine-tune this arrow situation. So she actually just joined the party. She was a player. She played through Lost Mine with me last summer. Yeah, last summer. Joined pretty late in to the group because we've been playing a while, and she's ran it before, so also part of why like I'm switching up Lost Mine a bit between having her and another person who's played through. Trying to keep it fresh. And it's just such an easy module to kind of change up that like I really enjoy that piece of it. Okay, so now I want to go back here. Okay, if you're tuning in, I'm currently working on getting some art that I got for, oh, wrong thing, for my group, turned into their character tokens for them, to add into, oh, that was too far, to add into Foundry, but got some stuff of the background that didn't remove, so working on getting that taken care of. Hopefully everyone is having a fabulous Thursday evening. Okay, this looks much, much better without all that extra white around it. And then I want to go up here. Yes, that looks so much nicer, so much more clean. Okay, so let's do layer 1 back on. I guess the thing is, do I want to keep the hue the same, or do I want to change it a little? There we go. I like that. So let's duplicate. Let's delete the old one, and then move. Okay, so now I just need to erase some of that top layer so that the token is got a bit popping out from it. I guess that is a nice ranger that I've got going on. I couldn't figure out what settings I put the purple on for the border last time, because obviously it was green before, but I think I got it close enough. I also don't like that in the chat it puts boxes around everything, so I definitely got to remember to figure out settings. You probably wouldn't have a branch going into your head. Oh, it looks super pink on there. Oh yeah, that would be great if you drop the link too. So Heather, what you missed was local Unchained player sent some homebrew monster that's actually pretty cool, and then we made some art. So I promise that it is not as pink as it looks like on the screen share. Oh, that's so. It doesn't include the image when you share it. I mean, it's fine. I have the image, but well, it's definitely purple, but like I'm shocked by how pink that looks when I keep looking up and like that is not what I'm doing right now. It's not pink. I also feel like oh, cool. I think that's good. Let's adjust again. I wasn't feeling where it was dropping off at. So you're playing a ranger, but you don't want greens and browns. Like, I feel like that comes with the ranger territory. That's probably why I pick ranger a lot. Because I love greens and browns. Ranger is generous, more like worst fighter. I'll forget spells exist. Well, I mean, to be fair, rangers don't have um too many spells to begin with. Like, I mostly just end up doing oh gosh. Goodberry, I feel like, is what I end up doing all the time. Okay, so got one token done. Let's go and see what we're gonna do next. Let's do cleric. Cleric is Ricky's character. Okay, well that's not really going to help me. So I'm not erasing that background. Are we sure that's the only version of that I have? Oh wow, you've gotten 2 ads? That's pretty cool. 9 views and 2 ads on it. And you've only just made it. Yeah, of course, no problem about the image. There we go. I knew I had one that did not have a background. I thought you were in a group already that had it. Not quite yet. Right, at some point. No, that makes sense. I prefer DMing over being a player. I always think that I want to play, and I try, and then I always end up being like, this actually doesn't work. But I'm the kind of person who I can't even, like, I can't watch a movie unless I know the ending to it. So, like, I think that's why I'm not a good player, because I don't like waiting to know things. Okay. I feel like this one was a little bit easier. Well, I guess because it didn't have the arrows it needed. All right, we've got 2 out of 6. We have 6 people. I just want to know where the barbarian border is because I know I've used it. Yeah. All right, let's find it on here. Oh, wait, I saved it. Hold on. Well, so, like, doing the simple modules aren't bad, but, like, this, Peter Pan thing that I'm doing, I think I bit off quite more than I was ready to chew on that. Okay, so if a player knows... I'm missing. Okay, also a cool thing is if a player knows Draconic, it can speak with it, which is amazing. Yeah, I'd seen that with the languages, too. Cool. Heather, how many things have you DM'd? Just the Lost Mine, or have you done something else before? Yeah, so the snakes are like Harry Potter if they can speak to him. Barbarian. I think I'm gonna try a couple of these. So I don't know which one's gonna look best. Oh, I added them twice. Okay. I'm thinking the blue. Oh gosh, I'm like sitting here trying to figure out what is HB. Okay, so players speak to snake shifter, and then yeah, it speaks to a random snake. Homebrew. Oh my gosh, yes, HB homebrew. That would make sense. Okay, we're doing the barbarian. I know. For me, I really do enjoy the DMC a lot more, which I feel like is probably very different. I think a lot of people would rather sit in the player seat, but I'd rather sit in the DM seat. Did you play in person or online? Obviously, a lot of the barbarian will be sticking out in person. See, and I bet that is a lot of prep work. So when you played in person, did you like draw out all of your maps and everything? Yeah, and then COVID. Oh, yes. You did show me the I remember that now. Yeah, I could not imagine, but I guess for me, like what I would do is I would go and I would if I so I've never played in person, but if I did, I think I would go to like the school and project it and then trace stuff onto paper to make my maps would be what I think I would do for it. There we go. All right, we've got oh, it stopped sharing. I should just pay for the pro. I just couldn't decide if it was worth the $10 to get the pro of this app or not. So I've been testing it. No, I don't. So this snake shifter thing, did you take a look at it, Heather? It is pretty cool. Like, there's no denial, but I don't know that I have the brain capacity to like remember to like have it like keep track of how many kills it's made and all those different pieces that go with it. You're giving me too much credit, local Unchained player. My memory, I'm like Dory. Like, what day is it? I'm always just winging it. Like, all the time, I'm winging every single thing I do. Okay, so I've got the Barbarian almost done. I just realized I haven't erased the bottom. That's way too thin to... There we go. I don't know, I feel like it should be popping out on the other side, but like then I just feel like he's not caged in at all, but maybe that's the point. Ooh, but maybe I'll keep his weapon behind. That is true. It's a cute pet. It's a cute pet until it becomes deadly. And somehow I'm drawing, and that was not what I was trying to do. Oh no, when I erased, I like erased everything. Oh, yeah, because you're the ranger that speaks Draconic, so you'd be talking to the snake. Ugh, I've got to go back. There we go. I mean, you could just always get a Drake at level 3. Like, that puts Draconic to good use. What are you thinking of doing at level 3 for the Ranger? I mean, that is true. Oh, yes, you already told me this. I already knew that too. Yeah, Stalker to get the dark vision. I think you're the only one that doesn't have dark vision. Maybe not. No. No, I think in that group, like, nobody has dark vision. It's so hard to keep track. I think I have too many groups. Yeah, I think there might be more than. I think in the evening one, like, a lot of people don't have it. I guess it's the same in the morning, too. There's just something about, like, erasing on my iPad that is very, like, calming. I just wish I could draw, and I guess I could practice drawing. Yeah, you have dancing lights. No, I don't think it'd be hard to throw into a campaign. I will say, for my Lost Mine group, Robo, I'd be willing to throw it in if we can get through, what do we say, like a month without having anyone drop, and then we can add this in. Do you think you all could make that challenge? You're gonna hold me to it? I want to see us make it a month. Oh, so see, you don't even think that we can go a month without losing somebody? Oh, cool. Upping the. Yeah, I think that's the piece where I'm just like, I don't know what happens as it goes up. So, okay, so this creature's stats are increased at first, kills, third, fifth, and seventh. So the numbers then that are like 22, 26, are those the HP increasing? Alright, Barbarian, I think, looks good. Oh, right, that is. Well, I mean, if Robo wants this in the campaign, I'm putting it all on Robo to figure that out. Cool. All right, so I've got three. Let's go. Let's go, monk. Unfortunately, we have six in that group already, but I do appreciate the offer. You're gonna buy it some tiny scale. Right now, Robo, what level are we at? I can't. We're at 2, right? We're at 2, and we're getting ready to move to 3. Okay. Yeah, 2 and 3 is good for where it's at currently. Cool. All right, let's add in. Ah, did it again. I picked the wrong one. Okay, so it wasn't that one. So is it this one? Yes. No. Delete. Select. Oh, I gotta give him some eyes. Alright, so we got 2 and 3 is good for the current stats. Maybe buff it a little. It's made for level 2 and 1, so I can just buff some stats and you can use what I made. I don't mind. I appreciate that. I feel like my player is set on us having this, perhaps. I just wanted to turn evil and eat all of them while they're sleeping. Choices have consequence. Well, thank you. Okay, I've got to add a layer to give him some eyeballs. I feel like in both of my groups that have a ranger, like, the rangers are not doing the best, I guess is the easy way of putting that. Oh, I don't know why I have so many. Okay, well, that was one thing. There we go. So maybe I don't need this. Nope, that's gonna do the same thing. Okay, so I need to give him some eyeballs because it's creepy as can be. You just want to pet it once. Careful what you wish for. Pet something and it eats you. Maybe it could eat Harbin. Yeah, except the monk is doing better than you, so... Like, I don't know the relevance of the comment right there, Robo. Yeah, monk has dark vision. See, you're just slacking as a player, I think. So, I mean, obviously you've played and you've DM'd Lost Mine. So like I don't feel like this is a spoiler by any means. Like eventually we are going to get to the actual start of the campaign. And I am a little nervous that changing the stats of the goblins might not be well received. But I like ran it through. Gosh, what is it? There's some website where like you can like see if the stats are too deadly is the real purpose for it. Because that first fight is known for being pretty brutal to low level players. But you all are going to be going into that one at level 3. And so I like took a look, and the goblins are going to be pretty tanky. I guess I could pick something else too, but who knows? Can I put the PNG in chat of the... Yes, you can put that in the chat. Kobold Fight Club. First rule of Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight Club. You know, fight sucks when even wizards say if you TPK, just knock them out. Oh, it's not uploading it as that link. Yeah, that didn't end up working. But this is confusing to look at. So I want to be on this layer. I want to erase just over here. let's take a look. Oh yeah, it's the image. I think overall that one did end up turning out really good. Better than some of the other ones that were generated. Alright, if you're tuning in, thank you for watching. I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm getting some tokens ready for my session on Saturday. I need to work on some stuff for Sunday too. Oh, that did not work well. Let's just go. Oh, let's go sketching. Yeah, that should be it. Okay, cool. You would put that in real life? I don't believe you. Now I need to, like, I need proof. Okay, so I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the sorcerer. And I think I changed her color too. So let's do saturation. I would not pet that. Like, No, I mean, I like snakes, but, like, that looks like Gripper, and Gripper, is a snake from the school, and, like, so my wife, tells her kids, like, that I teach and whatnot, and they were like, oh, and I have snakes at the school, and they were like, oh, we want to see the big snake, and I was like, oh, God, and so I went and, to my friend, who, the snake's in her classroom, and I was like, okay, we've got to, like, take out the big snake, and I've got to hold it, and I, like, freaked out a little bit, and then I was like, these children don't know what the big snake is, so then I took out one of the ball pythons, but this guy has the same kind of face. I... Did a blockout bite you? Is that what just happened? See, this is why I needed to put mods in, because when I was streaming on Tuesday and it was blocking stuff, like, I could not figure out what to do to fix it. Okay, so it's venomous, but it's friendly and it won't bite you if you try to pet it. Well, but if it's venomous, it's gonna want to bite something at some point. Like, how do you know it won't be you? Like, it's going to bite. I'm sorry, what? Bite? Let me just go biting things. Okay, wait, so it blocked the word bite and said it was sexual, but you can type the word sexual and that's okay? Or is that just because you're a moderator so you can type whatever the hell you want? I don't even know which character I'm working on. Oh, you all can't even see it. Alright, let me... Yeah, I definitely think I am going to need to go with getting this pro app so that it doesn't keep cutting out. Okay, so we've moved to the fairy, which, like, I don't know what to do for the fairy's token. Do I keep her tiny? Or do I not keep her tiny? I mean, I'm not going to keep her tiny, but, like, she's just so tiny. Okay. That looks good to me. Let's duplicate. Okay, we can erase the stuff that she's outside. Erase, not draw. Okay, I think hers might have been the easiest one. Let's get the, yeah. All of her wings would obviously. Yeah, I know that there are people who don't love Midjourney, and I think I'm starting to get it, but I, I just love how easy it is to come up with the art and things that you need. What buttons are you wanting to click? What do you think you're going to break? I mean, it's Twitch. I don't feel like you can break anything. I could have made you an editor, and then, you really could have probably broken something. Okay, so I have the monk done, the ranger, the cleric, the pixie, and the barbarian. Who am I missing? Warlock. I'm missing warlock. Well, pick one. See what it does. How are we gonna know what it does if you don't click it? It's science. We're doing science right now. Oh, thank you. I love that you're in the chat and talking, because otherwise I would just be here talking to Robo, which I do all the time anyway. But so it's nice having somebody else, because no offense, but they get kind of annoying sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. That was a really bad joke though. But no, I think I probably annoy them because I talk so much to them. So it's nice having some other people around. Robo, click a button. What happened? So much information, like what? No, don't cry. I was really just being an asshole. I was being cringe. Did it send my... I don't even know how to use the chat. Yes, I need to not be dehydrated. Same. It's cute that you think I can multitask. Did you break something? Did it actually break? I think I honestly enjoy doing this more than streaming video games. Oh, there you go, you lit up. Okay, you just sent that in there? No. You sent that in because that picture of me looks horrible. That's why you wanted to send what it looked like. Welcome back. You feel like a hacker? I don't even... There is a lot going on, but... Okay. Hey, that's pretty nifty, though. I didn't see anything with your tabs, though. Okay, so I guess I do have a question. If somebody, redeems something, does that pop up, too, for you? The channel point stuff, does that pop up? I feel like this is, a great time to experiment with this, because, I can't ever focus on anything else when we're playing. Let me sign in. Let me sign into my fake account real quick. Oh, shh. Oh my gosh. Did everybody else hear that? Because I sure did. Hey, Did you hear the sound come through? Because I most certainly heard the sound come through. Oh, that's gonna have to be fixed. So you don't get to see the points anywhere. I'm gonna guess though, because those ones those don't show up for me either. So let me. Oh, oh, that like I only have one working ear. I'm gonna have to fix the sound not scaring the bejesus.
Do it! Make your dreams come true!
Man, I'm sitting over here with 4K points. No, that one can be available. Let's make that available. Okay. So, Robo, does the hydrate one show up on your, like, mod stuff now? Because I know that's one that, like, I have to actually check off that I did. Oh, that's so weird. Because that would, like, those would be the things that would be, like... Oh, wait, it went away. Did you do that? Okay. Man, technology is baffling to me. Okay. I'm going back to doing stuff. I know, I will definitely have to incorporate it into a game just because it is a pretty cool monster. And maybe they won't get to have it as a pet, but maybe they'll get to at least see it. Yeah. That is a thing that's really hard to do sometimes, is read all the directions. See, it's why you're testing out this moderation stuff today. You know, adding the monster in has kind of grown a bit. So it could definitely happen. I feel like in Thunder Tree maybe you all could come across it. No, wrong layer. I mean, so most people aren't redeeming any of the rewards that like have action to them and stuff. So like I don't really think that moderation was needed. It's just when I'm doing D&D it's hard. So like I don't think you'll have to recall very much. I need to think of more things to add, especially for you all that are playing, like things that you would be able to redeem that would be useful. And I dropped the prices down, so I think that's helpful. And I've been like jumping into other streams just to see what kind of viewer rewards they have, just to kind of get an idea for it too. If you are tuning in, we're just kind of hanging out. If you have questions or anything, feel free to message in the chat. Let me know how your day is going, anything like that. I'm just working on finishing up some. I don't want to say token art because I'm not making it at all. I'm just combining some files together. But finishing up with some token prep to get these added into the game. Alright, we've got the Warlock done. So I think that puts everything as being done. Oh yeah, I would never take credit for something that I didn't do. Okay, and I do need to fix this one now. So she's not a sorcerer. What is she? Okay, so this is one of my Tuesday players who also plays in the Lost Mine. This is her character. And I need to work out what her other part is. I know she's a warlock. Oh, paladin. But I don't know. I don't know that I want to add in a paladin, the border to that. Let's see. Okay, so this is... Yeah, see, I don't know. That kind of looks clunky to me. Turduckins is the barbarian one. Okay. I don't think I'm a fan of that. What's the other paladin border that I have? I don't know. I don't need any credit. I was just using Midjourney, writing a descriptor. I need to go to Google Drive, and I need to find the paladin. Oh, this could be fun. I'm gonna do this one. It makes me think of Joseph in the, like, Technicolor, red coat. And I guess Dolly Parton now has that. It's like a movie, too. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's add in this new one. Okay, let's duplicate that and move one down. And we're gonna work on this top layer. I guess I'm gonna have to erase on the bottom layer too. So yes, she is playing a warlock who is also a paladin. I'm actually really excited for my next Tuesday group. I need to talk to one of them. I have a fun idea for the stream, and I'm hoping to get one of them to make this fun idea happen. My wife is annoyed by the fun idea, but, you know, it's okay. It is a padlock. So I have a padlock, and then I have a shorelock as well, because I have a sorcerer paladin in another group. Nice catch on that. I don't know, I was going to erase the swords, but like at the end, but I think I'm gonna keep them. But I do want to erase whatever this little tip thing is. Well, and I keep forgetting that she's a padlock. Like I know that she's the warlock, but I also just kept thinking that she was also sorcerer because she is playing a pixie who is a sorcerer. So I just keep forgetting everything. Okay, and I'm gonna want her wing to come out. So where is her wing? Kind of all over the place. Is there no way to just, like, erase? No, that does not just do what I want it to do. Okay, but I did mess up, I can see. Let's undo, 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 undo. Okay. But I do think I like that being up. Oh, I've got to drink some hydration juice. Hey, I'm all about being told when to drink water, because otherwise I won't. Soda got too expensive, though. Like, I remember, like, where I grew up, everybody loved drinking, sweet tea from McDonald's, and then they were, like, shocked to realize, like, how much sugar is in sweet tea from McDonald's, and it was like, what did you think? What's the hack to get it cheaper? The Mini Mart has a pricing glitch where if you buy two 12 packs, it's 10 for both. So, not, ooh. Yeah, I would take advantage of that too. My parents, they would like, whenever there was like a good sale on things like soda, they would stock up so that they had it for like the holiday season and everything. They were pretty clever at making sure they got good deals on stuff. Nice, 18 views. Hey, your monster has probably gotten more views than I have. That's awesome. I'm glad it is getting some traction for you. Well, it's something different, right? So, like, I think it makes total sense that you're seeing people get it and add it because it's something that's different, which is awesome on your part. I don't know, is this token too much? It's probably too much. Maybe because of all the purple, maybe I should just do... Let's, like, make another version. Let's go back to the gallery. Because I think that's way too much. But, like, I love this paladin order, so, like, let's go with that. You like the one where it's combined, or just the one where it's all the colors? So this, well, we'll let that, like, there's a big delay between my screen and what you all see on my iPad, but so here's the token. It's getting ready to maybe pop up. Yeah. So there's a token combining both classes. Do we like that, or should I just pick one of the borders? I wonder though, do we think this one combined, or because so that's a the eyeballs is the warlock, but or do we think that I should go with, and it doesn't have to be this blue, but like the bottom of this one that's getting ready to pop up, um, or Boros from the Saturday group. That is also a warlock. Do you think that would combine better? So the bottom of this with the top of the paladin. What do we think? I mean, I guess I can make both, right? Like, where's the harm in making both? You think the purple? Well, let's go. Let's go with. I'm gonna try the other one, and then we'll go from there, just to see what it looks like. But I definitely like the colorful thing. So I need warlock. Let's go green. Yeah, let's go with this green one. And then we can decide between the two. Hey, no, you're fine to talk about it. I'm not bothered one bit, so no need to apologize or anything. You do have awful taste. You picked me as a DM, so I agree. I concur. Alright, so while I work on erasing... No, Desperation picked you as a player. I picked you as a friend now. I do think you went pretty big brain on making the Snack Shifter, and I think it's pretty cool. So, once I take a deeper look at it and stuff, I will see when and which group to... It might make more sense for that to be Stormwreck Isle, though. Oh, so get this. So I got my affiliate status, and like you get 5 emotes and stuff, but you have to have a certain amount of time on, what's the word I'm looking for? You have to have a certain amount of time that you've been like streaming and doing everything for. And so like I can't upload any for followers, and I think that is like a huge letdown. So I think I have to wait like 6 months before I can use the way that you have to put emotes for followers. So like my subscribers can have emotes, but not my followers. And I do think on this one, I'm going to erase. Okay, so that is combined with those two. What do we think? You had a big brain moment for 6 to 12 hours. That's longer than I've been trying to do my homework today, and I like had to just like give up because I like read and read, and I have to make this concept map over something with coding and standards, and I was like, I have no idea. The purple one better? Just, I worry it's too much purple on the purple one, but I also, this one doesn't hit either. Alright. Yeah, maybe I need to, for the purple one, maybe I need to change the shade. No such thing. I think there could be. I'm just gonna go for it. Let's just go for it. Let me fix that, though. That needs fixed. Okay, I'm going for purple. Alright, so I think that makes... Okay, so I have that group's done, and I have all of Saturday's done. So we're done with that. Let's do some Foundry stuff. Let me get situated for that. Need to pull up my Google Drive real quick, and if you are anybody in my Sunday group, you definitely are going to be spoiled, so you probably don't want to watch. And I guess the first thing, let's do my screen share. You're not in my Sunday group. Are you going to join my Sunday group? Is that what you just said in the chat? Robo, are you joining Sunday? You know you want to. You want D&D all weekend. Okay, so here is... and this actually isn't too much of a spoiler because anybody can find a map of Neverland. So I commissioned to get a map made. Let's actually... Yeah, but it's a day spent hanging out with me. It's like a freebie. Free time hanging out with your favorite DM, see? Okay, so here is the Neverland map that I had made. Yeah, I hope so too. I just need to take a deeper look in reading it when I'm not on stream. Just because I'm not having a big brain moment, so I just want to take a look at it. But I think it is pretty cool. Alright, so we've got this going on for our campaign. Zooming in, and like, so I commissioned this off of Fiverr because I can't make maps myself yet. I am working on it, but like I'm not there, and this starts Sunday. And so this was, let me see, let me find the Neverland. So this is for my Neverland, which is a campaign setting that Andrew Kolb wrote up, obviously very heavily based, I mean, completely based on Peter Pan. So this is not what I wanted. Can I just not open the map itself? Let's see. Open. Open image. There we go. Oh, that is so tiny. Okay. So here is what the map, and I know it's like tiny, but this is what the map is that came with the setting. Okay, and I mean it's standard Neverland to it, so like everyone's pretty familiar with that, but like it wasn't working for me to like conceptualize what was going on, so I commissioned to get this version of it created, which turned out really, really well. And so then, like, it's supposed to be a hex crawl, and I think I will still have that to it. But, like, I had, along with, like, using, like, ChatGPT, came up with some different other areas to the map to kind of spread out what we were doing with that. And so this is what we've got going on, and, like, the artist did really well with creating it. I'm not sure what program they used, but they started it like this morning, and then they had it, and like I reached out a few days ago, but like they were on vacation, and like I can work on it and have it to you by Friday, and it might have been Friday their time zone, I guess, but they got this to me earlier today, and it's like spot on, exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, and I had tried drawing a version of it, and it just didn't turn out, but like this really did. And like even like zooming in and stuff, like you can see, you know, the caves going in, you can see the swamp and the marshlands, and like just all those different features. And so I think it was really well done. Even, you know, just having this like little docking area over here with the ship, like, and the shadows and stuff, I'm just blown away by the detail in the map, and that like they made exactly what I was going for and stuff. And like that skull, I mean, check that out, like that is pretty cool. As I realize I'm like completely blocking the skull, there we go, like look how neat that looks. So I'm really excited to have this piece done, because now I can really focus in on a couple of different pieces with it. But so that is our Neverland campaign, so Peter Pan, and in that I have 5 players now, and we have a former Lost Boy who eventually grew up, but like didn't quite forget Peter Pan and the other Lost Boys, and so now is like this old middle-aged man trying to get back home, basically. And so we have him. Then we have, who else do we have? We have a fairy, because of course, like that makes sense in the setting. And what's also cool, and I think this happens in like the book too, so Peter Pan and Wendy and Kensington Gardens is the other book by J.M. Barrie, and in that book it kind of opens up to legends about the fairies and like where they come from and where they all live and all of those different pieces. So we have that going on in that as well, and so having that tie with a fairy is really cool. We also have a wood elf ranger who has the Fey Wanderer subclass, I guess it is, and so then naturally ties right into all of this as well. Had somebody who took lizard folk as their race. And so kind of tying it in, not being like a crocodile spawn or anything, but like kind of having that same kind of connection to it. And he is an artificer, so like is also tinkering around with things. And while there's no clocks in Neverland, because like Hook banned all the clocks, like, well, he's a tinkerer, so he's made some clocks and everything else, and is kind of aggravating Hook with that piece of it. And then we have Roland, who is a pirate that's going to be joining into the group and is unaware of Neverland. And so, like, the first time that he gets there is, like, the first time, like, he's seeing and experiencing all of it. So I think that will be pretty cool, too. So that's kind of where we are at with it. And we will start that on Sunday with, like, getting everybody kind of acquainted and united. Oh, wow, you're up to 20 views. That's awesome. That is really getting quite a bit of traction, especially for 2 hours. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so that is Neverland. So now what I need to do is I need to work on, and I actually, so I got art commissioned for them as well. It's not finished. Hey, you are pretty smart. And you put the time in, right? Like, the time and the energy to make that. So, like, it's good that it's getting traction. Because, like, if I'm sinking in time and energy, like, I hope other people like what it is I've made. So, good job on that part. Okay, so these are just the, like, line sketches that I'm going to show. Yeah, I mean, half a day, like, that's a lot of time. Okay, so this is Pointy's sketch that the artist, and it's the same artist they used for the tokens I was putting the borders on tonight. That art, it's by the same person. So we've got Pointy here. Oh gosh, this is somebody newer to the group, so I am spacing on the name. Unfortunately, let's see. So that is our lizard folk. Oh, and he's not part of. That's why I'm spacing. He's not added in. Okay. It starts with an R, but I'm not recalling. This is Roland, our pirate. Aphid, our fairy. And then Brandel, who is our ranger. And so because of that Fey Wanderer thing, his, like, focus, he has the antlers as a result of that. So those are the characters that we have playing in this. And so, like, I'm really excited. I think I bit off more than I can chew because, like I said, it's a setting more than a campaign. So, like, there are roll tables and you're, do this and, like, things like that. But, and there are characters, like, a fourth of the book is just the characters. But I've only done the modules made by Wizards of the Coast before. Like, I've done a couple one-shots, but primarily I've done those. And I've only done, like, in completion, I've only done Lost Mine. So this is quite a bit more than what I'm used to taking on. Doing, and I've quickly, like, realized it is a lot more than what I'm used to. So now what I need to do is I need to take the characters and you need to get them into Foundry. So I thought that could be something I work on tonight. So let me see. I thought I had opened it, but maybe I didn't. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I must not have opened it. Okay, so let me open up. Okay. And let's open. Alright, so, and I started on these, getting them added in. But now I need to work on adding in all of them, which is quite a bit. I'm not sure the best way about streaming while working on this, because guess I can open a Foundry window. So I need to, and I don't think I'm going to put everything in for their stat blocks because I think I can just use like my book to like read that from. Okay, let me add a window capture. Oh yeah, no worries. I'm kind of like thinking through like what is it that I want to do right now. You have 120 that you're. I probably have a lot too now that you said that. Okay, working in Foundry will actually make things easier because then I. Okay. So then if I make my Foundry bigger. Yeah, and I can edit the. Oh, you can't see me. Yeah, I wondered like how long like most people end up streaming for before they like don't stream anymore. I just really enjoy it, like especially running the D&D groups on it. So like I hope that I continue doing it for at least a good while. Okay, so I'm going to work on creating them. So I've already done a few of them, but I guess I didn't get nearly as far as I thought I had. So I'm at the blue build. Okay, so I've done most of the things I can't say. Um, Abhartix, Alp, Lucericus, Bath. Okay, so I did that whole first page. So I'm on page 2 of 40 for the amount of things I need to add into here. 2 of 40. And I also am going to need. Okay, so I should move my chat over. Sorry, I'm situating out my windows so I'm able to see everything I need to see. Yeah, and so I don't think I'm going to mess with like adding in like all their different attacks or anything like that, but just like getting it so I have a token for them. Right? Like, so what I need to make sure I have is like on this blue build Pelican, I have the token art for it. I have the accurate amount of hit points, and then I have the armor class, because in everything else, I can look at stat blocks and control that way, but like this will make using Foundry easier. So I'm going to make Bloomin'. Okay, and they have 20 hit points. Their armor class is 13. And then, like, once I get them in, I guess I can talk a little bit about them. You just unfollowed from about 50. Did I survive the unfollow? Did I make it? Or did you cut me off? Is this like it? Is this the last stream that we're going to be together? Because that's kind of sad. I survived. Okay, good. Good, I survived. Awesome. Alright, and then what else do I think that I need? I need token art for him. So let's open that up. We are going to modify. See, I just don't know if I would be able to know like who streams and who doesn't. Like, I don't think I pay enough attention, and I do still stream. You are correct. What do you mean no random HP? All right, we get to see. Oh, you don't get to see. Okay, that is nice. I was like, oh, you're gonna get to see how awfully organized my drive is, but it doesn't show that. Okay. And I need Neverland. See, honestly, I would be all about rolling stats. I don't like rolling them virtually. I don't think people, I'm not honest about it. So, like, that's where it comes from. I am not honest, so why would I think that other people would be? So then it's just easier just to do averages. I don't know how I lost this folder. Okay, I'm gonna extract it again. Oh gosh, it's gonna take a hot minute. Okay, so while that's loading, I need to stand for a minute. So I'm gonna do a quick break and then come back once my drive is all set up. So I'm gonna say less than like 5 minutes. We'll do exactly 5. So I'll be back at 9:07 Central Time. set to go. Oh, my, like, media is not coming through. Weird. Alright, let me figure out what's going on with my sound, and then I will continue with working on some stat blocks. Alright. And so then is it God right, or something completely different? And I know you've tuned in before, so I'm glad that you're back again. And I should have asked, like, the first time that you tuned in. Tonight we're just kind of low-key hanging out. Okay, it looks like my music is coming through. Okay. Low-key kind of going through making monsters in Foundry for the Neverland campaign, because that is something that I have to do for it. So working on that piece. And so kind of really mellow night. Alright, so let's go Neverland. And then we're doing the Blue Men creature, so I need to find that token. Bird. Bath. There are lots of birds. Lots of birds. Ah, Blue Man. Okay, and then we're going to want that to appear over on the other side. I'm going to get rid of all this extra stuff. Okay, give it a second to... Why isn't it? There we go. Cool. Yeah, so God right. Okay. Thank you for that. I just, like, I'm so bad. I'm bad as it is with pronunciation of words and things. You can ask Robo in the chat. One of their characters had to shorten their name because I never got it right. Okay, that's cool. Alright. I don't know why I'm, like, completely spaced. 22 views on that monster. So Godright, you're just tuning in. Our friend Local Unchained Player made a pretty, cool, monster on D&D Beyond, and has been getting quite a few views on it so far. I mean, I don't know if, like... I've never made a monster, so I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, you can check out that link in the chat. Okay, so we've got that one. What else do we need? We need... Okay, so Blue Men... and again, if you are in my Sunday group, this is like spoilers for it. But blue-skinned and humanoid in appearance. Their origin is unknown. They attack in groups. They typically target human structures. And they hate boats. They hate pirates. They are completely mad, and they think that themselves smarter than everyone else. And they sleep face down in the water and are frequently mistaken for dead bodies. Okay, so then again, that is that token art for that. So, to me, then, are they zombies or are they not zombies? Like, which is it? So, they attack using a claw. They can use a water blade, which is thrown, but it gets destroyed if they do it. Oh, and they can use what is called rhyme. But only the group leader can do this, so they speak a line at the target. If the target speaks anything other than a sensible rhyme in response, they take 3d6 mental damage and are paralyzed until the couplet is completed. A fool at the edge is better off dead. You know nothing of sun or of salt and of rain. I feel like I'm going to need to add, like, a rhyme insult to the chat. So I don't know if any of you have done this, because, like, there's not necessarily a need while we're just hanging out. But if you do this insult, then you end up getting a random insult generated. So if laughter is the best medicine, then your hideous face should cure the world. So that's pretty rough. Okay, so that is Blue Men. Is there anything else significant about them? Okay, their special attack. They can have advantage on commanding any aquatic animals. Okay, so then I guess that brings to question. If they get advantage on commanding any aquatic animal, does... Yes, that's exactly what the insult generator was for. Robo in the chat was playing someone who needed it. So if they get advantage on commanding any aquatic animals, would somebody who's playing a lizard folk, would that count as an aquatic animal? Like, so would they get advantage on trying to do something? And then they can turn into water form, which retains their shape, but causes resistance to non-magic or non-iron weapons, but makes it weak to electricity and cold damage. I agree. I think your creature is that, like, perfect balance between being, like, funny and silly, but also, like, kind of having that, like, big brain moment. Okay, well, so this lizard is, like, in Neverland, is fucking around with Hook and stuff, like swallowing watches and things to just, you know, trip him up. So, like, I kind of think that he's water-based. Right? Like... Okay, but that's not fair because dolphins need air. Like, would you not consider them to be aquatic? Like, they have to come up to the surface and get air? Oh, I also set up my... Yeah, see, maybe I set up my stream deck to do the soundboard from it. I think I'm still in it. Yeah. I knew I was pressing a button. Okay, so anything that has swim speed would be considered water-based. See, I concur. But I added some sounds. So Godright said anything with a swim speed, and this is my response to that. This is the way.
I gotta practice my stabbing.
The last one, the stabbing one. Robo, have you turned into any of the Tuesday stuff yet? Well, on Tuesdays, there is a little kobold named Blep. And Blep, like, has this dagger. And so no one else really... Like, they don't have weapons. But Blep has this dagger that, like, he is obsessed with. And you're missing out. Like, let me tell you, I really think you're missing out on it. But it's okay. I will forgive you in time. But he has this dagger, and he's, like, obsessed with it. And so I put the sound because I think it's...
practice my stabbing.
Like, he's training to be a paladin. So Duper, the paladin, Haragon, has convinced him that he's going to teach him to be a paladin.
What's your point, person within fireball distance?
So yeah, I have our soundboard all set up, ready to go. Okay, so we've got the blue men. Now we need to... Next one up, we have bog bodies. So let's get that token made. Oh yeah, you were there. Don't you think so? Godright, don't you think this is the perfect sound?
I gotta practice my stabbing.
I gotta practice my stabbing. Haha! Like, that's so Blep, right? And I guess I'm, like, impartial to Blep. He's the only character that I've actually given and maintained a voice for. Alright, so their HP is 50. And their armor class is a 12. Okay. And let's get their character art, and then I'll tell you about bog bodies. Once you upload... Oh, okay. Okay, I, like, have been reading these ones wrong the whole time. Let's see. Okay, so let's use the avatar. Delete, delete, delete. Apply. Oh, these really do look zombie. Okay, so bog bodies. Corpse that has been mummified in a moss-filled bog or wetland, and then reanimated using a corn dolly placed in its chest. The cadaver acts like a vehicle for the dolly to control. And the entire process requires significant magic, both for the creation of the corn dolly and speeding up the mummification process. So its attacks are Shrieking Glare. So save or be paralyzed for a minute, can talk. Save, you can make the save again alternating rounds. You can claw, or it can constrict, or it can bite. And then it also, so in addition to whatever it's dealing, it deals undead damage. And it has it, so, like, and it's so hard with these because I'm afraid I might end up total player kill this group just because all these things are so different. So it can use its reaction to redirect an attack to the creature that gave life to the corn dolly inside it. The creature must still be living for the transfer to work. When the body is destroyed, the corn dolly inside will immediately try to escape. Ooh, through the mouth or an open wound. Oh, see ya. Have a good night, Robo. Am I streaming tomorrow? I probably will randomly end up streaming tomorrow as a break in between studying. Yeah, so if you're on and I'm on, I look forward to seeing you. See ya. Have a good night. Alright, so we've got the bog bodies. Let's go to the Broachin. I'm going to butcher so many of these names. Alright, so its hit points are 80. Ooh, its armor class, though, is pretty low. Armor class is 8. And this one looks kind of cool. Like, so let's grab some art for it. And by grab some art, let's grab its actual art. See, and that's what I tell my students, right? Like, I teach science, and, like, I don't know how to say most things. I will, like, practice to be able to do the best that I can with it. And, like, whenever they give presentations, I get, like, really flustered. And I was like, if you commit to what you are saying, then what you are saying is right. Like, who am I to try tripping you up while you're presenting on something? You just gotta commit to it. Okay, so the Brolachin is a shapeless fairy. Oh, I thought you were leaving. Now, I see, I'm like, you were just being like the good moderator, telling people goodbye as they were going. Okay, this is a Brellichin. It's a shapeless fairy that cannot be directly looked at. It wanders aimlessly and violently. Attacking it directly is difficult, and understanding it is even more of a challenge. Can only say me and you if it chooses to speak at all. So its immunities are blindness, mind-altering magic. It's resistant to non-magic and non-iron weapons. And it's resistant to saves against magic. The way that it attacks is it engulfs. So you can make a save to either escape or to be absorbed by it. It has a Dendril that can reach, and it can do a slam attack. It also has some special attacks. So Power of Belief. The target must believe in weapon attacks against the fairy. Plug ears. Anyone hearing its babble must save or be confused. Do you think you're going to have an evil character arc? I think that would mean that you would have to, like... I don't know. I don't see it happening. I don't think you're going to have an evil. Maybe Nil. Even though, like, I don't think you want Nil to be evil, I think it's going to happen. Avert eyes. So anyone who's trying to look directly at this has to make a save or suffer confusion, and then all direct attacks roll at disadvantage. No for Nil? Alright, so that's this one. So, like, these ones are just, it's so confusing to me, like, all the things they can do. But, so, I'm putting them up, and then I will have to use, and I think I printed out pages for it, so that should make it easier. I can just pull the monster page that I need each week. Alright, this one's cute. I'm excited for this one. The Cat Sith. Okay, pushed and, like, hip checked out of the way are two totally different things. I feel like a cat's armor class would be higher than a 9. Alright, let's get this cute token for this one. This one is so stinking cute. Robo, how frequently are these bot messages popping up? It's too much, isn't it? I need to change the settings. Is it mostly Nightbot that's popping up? Okay, so Cat Sith. These are fairies that look like oversized cats. Most are white with orange spots. White with black spots. Alright, let me... And then... Okay, white with black, white with orange. Or they are entirely black. They're typically... Oh, I can't pronounce that. Benazin? I don't know. I'm not even gonna go. And then some people are terrified of them. And the dandy dogs are easily distracted by them. And the Cat Sith knows. I feel like there should be a Cat Jedi. And it attacks with Claw. It also has Power of Belief. And it can instigate a reroll for any of the following. A reroll by the Cat Sith, a reroll against the Cat Sith, and one that doesn't involve it at all. So basically it can ask for 3. Okay, so we said Nightbot is what's spazzing out. It looks like the Discord message is... I think it's because it has 2 going. Okay. I'm fixing my bot and then we'll be back. Yeah, I definitely do think that there should be a Cat Jedi. But, like, it's so cute. And I was generating art for these, and then I decided it wasn't worth the investment. So I, like, of me doing it all myself. Oh. Let's do, like... I'm gonna up this. We're gonna do... every 45 minutes. And there has to be at least 20 lines. No, I had some cute Mid-Journey art made for it, is what I was going with. Yeah, these are set to go every 15 minutes. That is too excessive. I probably want that to be lower just because we don't necessarily talk a lot. Okay. Cool. The bot stuff should not be as excessive. Okay, so back to Cat Jedis. Okay, so we've got that. Everything is set on that. And so what's interesting with this Neverland campaign is instead of, like, being proficient in various things or, like, having a higher save, you have 3 numbers that are given to you for them. So, let me zoom in. Okay. So you get 3 save bonuses. You get excellent, mediocre, and poor. Okay, and so anytime that I need to make a check for these creatures, I have to decide which bonus makes the most sense. Okay, so would they be great? Would they be fine? Would they be bad at that check? And so if I don't know, like if I'm unsure, then I don't use a bonus for them. They just don't get anything. So it's either I know it's this or I have no clue, so nothing at all. And this is something, add the first 2 numbers for the to hit bonus. So I'm guessing that's going to be the excellent and mediocre. And then basically use common sense. So like the Cat Sith. That one, its excellent bonus is 3. Its mediocre is 0. And its I suck at this is a -3. So like I have to decide like if the cat is making a perception check for any reason. Like I pick between those 3 which one I would add to it. So I think that's kind of interesting. Alright, let's go ahead then and make the next one. This one was actually fun generating some art for. Because, so we have the Castle Wars is what I'm doing next. And they have 45 HP. Their armor class is going to be 14. And then let's grab their image. Okay, so here is their description. I mean, you can obviously see there's definitely some dinosaur vibes going on here. So, it's a flightless black-bodied bird that has a head like a blue velociraptor. They are terrifying to look at. They are violent if threatened. So, if they're cornered or they're trying to protect their nest, they will flee when possible. They nest under deep foliage and pits on the ground. Its chicks and eggs are sought after, as they can be raised to be guard animals or pets. Their nests are light, watertight, and can support the weight of 4 small, 2 medium, or 1 large person. Okay, so that's the Castle War. And I just think it's like, it's crazy. I wonder if I can find... I was doing good at keeping my art organized. Let's see. DM stuff. Image hosting. Neverland. Oh yeah, their art is like excellent that I found. Here's what... Oh no, why isn't it popping up? Oh, I'm a dummy. There we go. Alright, so here is what I like, and I would have edited out this extra stuff that's going on, like the little extra thing on the side, but like this is what I got. It took a long time, but I was very determined on this one for Midjourney. So that's what I ended up with for this one. And it's like this cross between, I really like the black and white art, and it's easy. The art pack that I bought off of Roll20 for this campaign has 600 images in it. That is so much time if I have to get what I want from Midjourney. But I had been sitting and while my students were doing their finals and I had nothing to do, I was generating the prompts, and so I got a few really good pieces. And this one I would say was really good, aside from that bit that needs to be edited out. And then for the fairy cats, I got this one going on. Look how cute that kitten is. I would pet the kitten. Petting that bird, no thank you, it's gonna bite me. But look at that kitten, it's so cute. We have this cute kitten. Look how cute these kittens are. So, it's this mix of, I was having fun generating the art, but I also, for 20 bucks to get it all done and be made into tokens is nice, too. This is that random bog thing, but, see, there's something, too. I am beginning to wonder a bit about using Midjourney, because, clearly this got pulled from somewhere. Those are too creepy. Oh, this, I was trying to have it make a Hook and Peter Pan, when Hook would have been younger, and this is what it came up with, and I feel like that could be. I wish Hook was in red instead of green, but, I also know how to fix that on my computer, or not my computer, my, iPad, too. But, look how cute they are. They would have been best of friends. Oh, and then there's, various things. Oh, here's the Lost Boys. So, I like running stuff through, but for ease, I think using the art from the module, the book itself, will be easier. Okay, so that is the Castle Wars, so let's go back. Okay, so they attack as we'd expect with their bite, with their talon, but that's only if they're threatened. So, I don't get it. If they're threatened enough to bite, would they not be threatened enough to use their talon? Ooh, their talon, no. 2d10s plus 5. And they get advantage. Oh, and if they use their talon, anyone attacking them also gets advantage. They have, for their special features, advantage on hiding in the jungle. And their talons can be made into daggers. That's interesting. So I guess that wouldn't necessarily be a feature, but it is something about them. Okay. Alright, so that is that. Let's move to our next one. Okay, our next one is the Chlorogon, so kind of similar to Leprechaun, I guess, is the idea here. Alright, and it has HP of 20. And an armor class of 18. Oh, I don't think I changed the armor class on the last one. They must do that shark bite thing where they want to see if you're food. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Okay, so the last one I just did was... Did it not save? Why did it save it there? That's weird. Okay, we want to clear that from that folder. Okay, you need to go in here. Okay, so, and we want to see... I did change the armor class, cool. Alright, so then we have the Chlorogon. So this is the Aetheri Barkeep. It's like weird. Everything is like a fairy, but doesn't look like a fairy, but it's a fairy. But who am I to judge what a fairy is or isn't, I guess. Oh, there are 5 different tokens for the... Alright, so there is our Chlorogon. And some notes about it is... So this is a fairy barkeep. It's the friendly cousin of a leprechaun. Hardworking, hard drinking, cares deeply for others, and wants to see someone who won't be named yet thrive. And they're quick to welcome strangers. They are immune to poison and mind-altering damage, resistant to non-magic and non-iron, and saves against magic. Their attack, they can punch twice. They can do a blinding flash, so you have to make a save against it. And if not, then okay, so if the blinding flash succeeds, the fairy is able to teleport away. They can cast some spells, so it can do charm, it can do bad luck, compel truth, and then create destroy liquid. Special, so power of belief because it's a fairy. And then if you speak its true name, it's going to grant power of compulsion over it. He will not like that. Okay, so that's the Chlorogon. Okay, next we have Corn Dollies, which is interesting. And so I got the character art commissioned for this campaign too, but I also went ahead and got just because I had been playing tag with an artist and had canceled on them twice because the way it was working out. So I had them draw the Darling children for me, and I think Hook was the other person that I picked. And so with that, I needed them to draw a corn dolly, and I think that they might think I'm weird. And I am weird, but being thought to be weird is completely different. If you are watching in the chat and you've not followed, please hit the follow button. I stream me just randomly hanging out and working on stuff, but also I stream D&D as well on Tuesdays at 5:30 Central Time, Saturdays 10 a.m. Central Time, and 6:30 p.m. Central Time, and then Sundays at 11 a.m. Central Time. Alright, so let's get our art. So, I guess remembering from above, the corn dollies actually insert themselves inside of... Is it the bog bodies? Yeah, inside of these cadavers so that they're then able to move. So, that's kind of crazy. The stuff is, I'm loving it, and I'm really excited for the setting, but I'm also oh, this is interesting. Oh, and I have 3 different pieces of art that I can use. Definitely gotta get rid of that. Let's import you over. We gotta get rid of this stuff, but, let's actually add... Let's add the other art so I can, randomly choose for it. And I know I can do, the random selector, but I feel like it's just going to be easier just to have them there, because you can hide, so I can hide that if I need to. So, let's get the other one. I think that's going to be the version I go with, so let's actually hide this one too. Okay, so corn dollies. They are made from grains grown around Hangman's tree. These small figures are woven with straw, thread, and magic. If a small part of someone is included in the weaving, the dolly will have an intrinsic and invisible link to the donor. Okay, so it's like a voodoo doll, right? That reads voodoo. It's animated by the caster. The dolly offers little on its own beyond entertainment company. It is much help as something like a pet rat could provide. I don't know, I mean, I feel like a pet rat could provide a little bit more than what I would guess a corn husk to do, but who am I to judge? Oh, I have such good pictures for these. Let me... So next up, we have the crocodile spawn, and I tried twice to get somebody to play the crocodile spawn, and I had no takers on it. It was like, because I had somebody who initially joined as a dragonborn, and I was like, and they wanted to have a link. The dragonborn initially wanted to have like some kind of link to the crocodile, and I was like, well, like, hear me out. You have all your dragonborn traits, and you can be a crocodile spawn now. And they said no. And then the lizard folk, I offered it up to them as well, but they wanted to stick with just looking like a lizard, which is fine. But I think they're cute. This is the art that I generated for them. Look how cute those crocodile spawn are. Like, who would not want to hang out with the crocodile spawn? Like, I want them to be my best friends. Who needs anything else if you have these little crocodile spawn running around? Nothing else is needed. Right, see, you get it. If you can play the crocodile spawn, then you take it. I guess I should, like, sweeten the deal, somehow. Like, I should have added something in. Maybe that was, like, the piece that there was no incentive to take the deal. See, yeah. Alright, well, yeah, now that you have all the inside check, info on it, I guess I'd be interested in joining, too. Okay, so now we need to go back. I got distracted. I should not have gotten distracted. Okay, where was I? Okay, crocodile spawn. So let's... Where's Foundry? There is Foundry. I think that you should join, but, like, I'm not here to pressure you. And I get that playing in 2 games, and I know you have another game, too. Like, that's a lot on a weekend. If I were to... Yeah, you also do. I agree on that, too. If I ran Neverland a second time, is there a different day that you would play, Robo? Like, and this would be a little ways away. Like, give me some time to, you know, get used to it. And then because I want to, so I do want to add a 5th stream. So outside of the weekend, is there any other time that you'd play? They have 24 hit points. Oh, wait, what is this? What am I doing? Oh, what did I click that made that easy? Oh. Okay, I'm learning things. Their armor class is a 12. It took me a long time to... so I was in a... I think it was a Thursday group. And, like, I held on, and then finally I left the server because I was cleaning out servers, and it was like, it's never coming back. And it was, like, we played through Lost Mines. I don't know why it won't let me edit the armor class. We played through Lost Mines, and we started Curse of Strahd, and then we got to Thanksgiving. Let me try closing it. Oh, it's doing it here. Okay, so we got the important parts for that. Wednesdays, once I get into the flow, I could see Wednesdays being doable. Because really, I could do a Monday group. I could do Wednesdays. I could do Thursdays. Thursdays I'm more iffy because I don't know if I'll be tired. But I wouldn't... Like, that would be... So, really, Mondays or Wednesdays. and potentially Thursdays. What time, though, in Central Time are you free on Wednesdays? Because that's the thing, is being different time zones. Yeah, I was really sad with mine too, because it's the only game that, like, I played through and stuff, so, like, admitting it was done was really rough. And, like, I'm in one server that, like, he has a bigger server where all of his tables are, like, combined together. So, like, I'm still in that. But, like, I'm not good at being active in servers. Like, if I don't have something directly to do, then I'm not good at it. I don't see the crocodile spawn. Oh, there it is. Oh. No, that's a crocodile. Okay. Well, I will keep that in mind for when I eventually decide. Because, like, it's going to be rough for a little bit, I think, with this group, just because of the grad classes. Mountain time. Oh my gosh, every time I clicked it, I was clicking that so much. That's an hour behind, right? So, like, right now it's 9:49, so it's 8:49 for you, is that right? Alright, so here's the story behind, yep, an hour. Crocodile spawn. So how the crocodile reproduces is beyond natural biology, and so are its offspring. Curiously, the hatchlings all share the same trait of keeping perfect time. They echo with a constant ticking clock and will gravitate to noisy areas near the waterfalls, running water, and so on, to drown out their noisy heartbeats. Jaws clamp down and will only open if it cuts through, hears an alarm, or dies. If what cuts through? Okay, so attack, bite, and slam. The jaws immediately open when killed. Or if it's going to sever through the target, or if it hears a ringing alarm. Well, that's kind of interesting. Especially with having the player who's swallowed a clock, if they have an alarm go off and they're near the crocodile spawn and stuff, and then, like, all of a sudden, like, maybe they're, like, hidden in the water, and then all of a sudden any of them that are around, like, a jaw just opens up. Okay, so that is them. And then next, of course, is going to bring us to our crocodile. Which is also known as the demon, the Groggle, or the Murray-G. Okay, so hit points. It's like it has no hit points. It does. It has... Holy shit. It has 500 hit points. Like, is that even something that... When could they kill that? Ooh, yeah, minor illusion and alarm clock. 500 hit points, y'all. That's a lot of hit points. So I've only played lower level stuff. Like, what is a character that's 500... Because this doesn't give me the CR ratings. If something has 500 hit points and an armor class of 24, like, what kind of CR is that? To chew through, it's going to be eating you. There's no way they're getting through that. I wouldn't want to be in combat that long. Okay, the crocodile is an ancient... Oh, I guess I don't have its art. Let's grab its art. That is a lot of hit points. Rocks Fall CR. It's a lot. I don't want to play through that. Ooh, let's go with this one. It looks badassery is what I'm going to go with. I like that. I like that one a lot. I think it's... Yeah, like... Adult Dragon... 5E stats. 256 for a red dragon adult. And that is a challenge rating of a 17. Oh gosh, they're gonna try to kill this. They're going to die. So, like, basically, all they can do is run until they probably hit, like, at least level 20? You have to be leveled. I feel like you have to be level 20. Okay, so the crocodile is ancient and nearly as old as Neverland. Its presence is elemental. Oh, that is hilarious. You both put the same thing. At like, I'm assuming it's the same thing. At like the same time. Okay, so its presence is elemental and acts as a natural deterrent to those trying to explore the island. It's animalistic. Its head is nearly 150 feet. Okay, so how's it gonna give me a tiny token? Its head is 150 feet. Its body is 200 feet. Its tail is 250 feet. It wants to see the end of Captain Hook. It's hungry for the great white birds. Likes routine. Hates having to have its habits interrupted. A deep echo of a clock resonates around it. Oh, you know what this is? Okay, so ideals behind it. Family, caring for the island is caring for the nest. Bonds, it wants to see its spawn grow and mature. A healthy island makes for a healthy nest. It's arrogant and believes itself to be immortal. I mean, come on, it is immortal. It's 24 hit dice. So 500, it doesn't say what the hit dice is. And its saves are plus 12, plus 10, or plus 6. Like, this thing is immortal. It's proficient in intimidation, protecting the island, and finding prey in the water. Well, I'm going to say the characters are probably prey in the water, so it's efficient at finding them and trying to eat them. It bites. Ooh. 6d10 plus 12. And you have to make a save or you get thrown 60 feet or you get swallowed. And then it does 2 claw attacks, which are 4d8 plus 10. So that's like 1 action. Or it can choose to use its 3 attacks to make... it can do 3 claw attacks. It can do a tail sweep. Local Unchained would have loved that, because his monster he made did a tail sweep. So a 360 spin, you either save or you take 8d10 of damage, and you get pushed back. Well, but the whole thing is this crocodile is, like, kind of running the island. Like, they're gonna see it, and they're gonna want to fight it. Nothing slows it down, is one of the special things. Not magic, not a shipwreck, nothing. Double damage to objects, animated or not. There's a ticking sound that causes deafness within 10 feet of it and disadvantage on hearing checks up to 60 feet. It also has legendary action, so it has 3 points. It can use a claw, it can move, it can save any fail, it can do a slam down, and then there's a small part of the crocodile scales that are missing. It's invisible until it's seen by magic or pointed out in some way. This area has no resistance. Okay. So, like, this is where you gotta get to it. So this area has no resistance and an AC of 12. But, so I've realized why this is, like, so excessive. Let me find it, and then I will share it. Okay, here we go. Oh, I guess I'll move it over here for now. Okay, so... I have so many things open. There we go. This is the crocodile. So the crocodile is actually... Like, because it's so large, it's a dungeon crawl. Right? Like, I feel like that was probably the map I should have had drawn. Yeah, so we've got a croc dungeon going on. Oof. Have I convinced you yet, Robo, that you need to join? Let's go back to Foundry. Oh, no, moving. Got rid of my page. I don't know. I think with how much work is going into this, I will want to use another stream of it because one, no game is ever the same, even if I tried running it the same. I just going through. Okay, so speaking of, yeah, I grabbed the book. It was easier. So speaking of going through A instead of L, so on L, it says that it's a large flap blocking the exit, blah blah blah. Obviously, simple bio right there. Fill the area with enough stuff, and the crocodile will do the rest. That is what it says for L. What can happen? Fill the area with enough stuff, and the crocodile will do the rest. So they're starting at level 3, is where they're at. And the author of the book actually, will post his, like, notes on Reddit. And so he's been running it for 3 years, and I think let me see what his characters are. Like, what level they are at. So, like, I honestly don't have, like, I don't have, like, an end in mind. I guess I'm bad where I'm not the most planned out DM. I'm very much a lazy DM because online games, things tend to happen, right? And so, like, I put in the effort, but I don't put in the effort in the front of it for planning it out. Let's see. You know that he posted recently. Okay, here we go. I found the post of his. So they are on session 119. And they are currently at level 10. And they've been playing this for at least 3 years. Right, and for a thing that was like a known one shot. So like my Tuesday group, I like what I planned out, I didn't think would take as long, and I've realized that each part of it, they might get through 2 things a time and stuff. Well, and it's the same for you all. Again, taking 10 sessions for a one shot. Those little quest things, like gathering the packages up, that should have maybe taken us 4 hours because like it could have been ran differently, but like I had you all get all of the packages because that just made sense to me. But like as written, you all wouldn't have picked up all the packages. You would have picked up half of them, and picking up half of them should have taken 2 hours. So you would then assume picking up all 6 would take 4 hours, maybe 6 hours max on that, and it's gonna take us 3 sessions. Oof. So, okay. So, and this is notes for more than one session. So they finished up session 123 and they are level 10. That feels kind of slow moving. They've got, so after 120, 23 sessions, they've gone up between 3 to 10. I guess I just never know how to pace leveling up either. Alright, so this crocodile... So it's very clear, though, the crocodile is something that they just shouldn't be messing with, is what I've gathered. Well, my sessions are pretty short, too. Like, we probably play for 2.5 hours. Alright, let's get back. So we've got the crocodile. Oh, what if they try to fight this crocodile too soon? And I think that's the thing is, like, I have not seen a group retreat ever. Like, I think you have to know when to retreat, right? Like, if you're being a player and stuff like, yes, defeating or capturing or whatever you are trying, like, yeah, you want to do that, but, like, sometimes you just gotta know when to say when and be like, this actually isn't working. Like, we are going to die. Let's retreat. And I think the crocodile would be a moment of, yes, this is not working. Let's retreat. Because there are some high-level monsters in this, and I'm a little afraid. And I guess it also goes on the DM for, like, being aware of when do you, like, if the characters are too weak, like, would the crocodile really want to deal with something that's super weak? And, like, super weak but trying to fight? Or, like, whatever the case may be, maybe the beast wouldn't even be interested because they are so weak. Basically, this is probably the group I'm going to TPK. Alright, so we've got the Cunning Folk next, and I'm going to add both variants so then I can just change it later for them. They kind of look like Santa and Mrs. Claus. Look at that, they're so cute. I mean, isn't the warning that, hey, nothing is happening? Right, using a boat as a toothpick? Yeah, and I do think, like, I'm gonna want to make sure I get a pretty decent, that I give a pretty decent description, for sure. Well, and I guess that comes into play of the fact that I do have 3 players who are native to Neverland, so like, I mean, I think they would know that you don't fuck with the croc, that you just leave him be. Like, if you want to fight with crocs, you go with the spawn, but you leave the big old daddy, you leave him alone. Yes, the size should be like the indicator, right? Like, so what? In total, we have his head is 150 feet, his body is 200, so we're at 350, and then his tail is 250, so 600 feet. So I think that. Well, and then, like, if he wants the end of Captain Hook, why isn't this crocodile just swallowed the, oh gosh, I'm spacing on its name even though I know, the Gajali. Like, just swallow the ship. Like, has it mutated? Is this a mutated version of the croc? Like, it's crazy. Okay, so we've got the Cunning Folk. The Cunning Folk, I didn't go over any of their stuff. So they've always been old, but somehow they move across the world with a youthful ease. Their intentions on the island are vague, and their wisdom isn't any clearer. So they're nomadic and they're resourceful. They're old souls with a spark of youth, wise, gentle, and patient. They believe the good or bad of a spell is defined by the wielder and their intentions. They each have a small familiar, so white rodents, newts, toads, and so on. They don't believe in violence. They don't believe that a home is forever. You just have to care for where you are. They want to learn from the Moss Mother. They value knowledge and wisdom. I mean, they're just like cute old people, but who aren't ready. Okay, now we've got the Dandy Dogs up next. So if you're tuning in, I am currently working, so I'm running a Neverland campaign, and I'm working on getting some stat blocks into Foundry. I'm not adding everything in, but at least giving the basis of it. So we've got the Dandy Dogs. They have hit points of 40. And they have an armor of 12. Alright, let's get... I really do like the, like, visual of this croc is using a boat as, a toothpick. Like, I think that is pretty accurate for it. For, yeah, this croc, you ain't gonna do shit to it. And it's not to say that they couldn't, right? But, like, I think they would have to be very planned out for, like, especially if they're anything less than, like, probably a level 15. Alright, so we're doing Dandy Dogs. I'm going to get all of their variants on here so it's easier to just grab them. And then I think I'll probably do 1 or 2 more. We'll see how many is on the other next page, and then I will decide how many more of these I'm going to do. Let's hide that one. Let's hide this one. I like this one the best. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, I can zoom in and out? That's nice. Things I didn't know I could do. Okay, I broke it. I didn't really actually want to zoom in or out. Okay, I think that's the way I want it. Alright, so our D&D dogs. These are black spectral dogs that hunt with the huntsman. They hover inches above the ground with skeletal heads, horns, and glowing eyes. The pack follows their leader or they disperse. So they can ram, they can bite, they can do a blank stare. They also have the power of belief, so the target must believe in weapon attacks against a fairy. Which I need to, like, work out, like, what does that actually mean? And they had advantage on attacks if within 5 feet of another dandy dog or its master. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, I'm only not that far in. I think at some point I'm just going to have to start adding these as they're needed instead of trying to get all of them. Alright, let's do 2 more and then I think I'm going to call it a night. Now this is like this is legit the longest I've ever streamed. Okay, so now we have dagger-toothed tigers. When I was a kid, I loved tigers. Like, they were definitely my favorite animal. Okay, so they have 30 hit points. They have an armor class of 13. Obviously this one where the ears are popping out over. Okay, so what can a dagger-toothed tiger do? So they're yellow, orange, or red tigers that have stripes. They hunt alone. They live in caves or fallen trees. The teeth and claws are silver. The canine teeth are large enough to be made into daggers. So they're going to have a magic bite. They can claw, which they can make 2 of those attacks, or they can pounce. And so with the pounce, it's going to be 1d6 plus 1, plus a d4 for every 5 feet it moves in the round before it attacks. So up to a maximum of 3d4. And then you have to make a save or you fall prone. If we are in the jungle, we have advantage on stealth. And I guess I do need to determine, like, what part of my map I'm going to consider jungle or not. Alright, so that is that one. And then we have, is it regents? Regents? I really need to, like, practice pronouncing words. Let's see. Regents.
Regents.
Yeah. So that's like my favorite thing, to just Google how to say stuff and practice. Okay. So next we have duck regents is going to be what we do next. Okay, so what can I tell you about them? Okay, so they are going to be... Oh, they're kind of weak. I feel like I'm not going to end on them. They're not all that cool. Maybe they are cool. I haven't read all their stuff yet, so let's see. Okay, we want to modify. They look cute. Okay, so they are a glamorous duck. And both the male and female boast vibrant feathers. They hide its rainbow-crested heads under its wing while resting. The duck nests underwater, and its beak is an excellent air purifier. Ducks for when you want to kick a goose's ass but are too afraid of geese. That's fair. Okay, and so I guess I will finish with doing the dun swine because it looks like... kind of looks like they go together. It looks like the duck regent is on the dun spine. Kind of like the birds and the crocodile or alligators. Like, it's my go-to symbiotic relationship, but I'm drawing a blank for it right now. But like the commensalism. Okay. Oh, its armor class is 10. So I guess I didn't need to change it. See, you can see it. You can see the little duck regent right up here on it. Alright, so what can the Dunspine do? So it's this large, amphibious pig. Okay, so then it could be attacked by whatever it was before that we were like, does it count or not? It spends most of its time floating in the water. It's brown with green patches on its back that looks like small islands. Reproduces quickly. It's not a threat, but a rich source of food. So it's going to attack by charging. And an attacked pig will go rigid and fall over for 1 minute, typically towards the attacker. And so the attacker has to save or take a 2d4 of damage and be stuck underneath it. So, like, how then do you, like... what kind of... I mean, I guess that would be kind of, like, being grappled in a way? I don't know. Like, that's interesting. Okay, so that is where... it's a fainting pig. Yeah. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 things done so far. Oof, that was a lot. And, like, I'm only half doing them, but I think for time's sake, that is probably the best way to go with it. Cool. Alright, well, if you tuned in and you watched me make some tokens and work on getting some of these NPCs in, I appreciate that. I hope you all are having a fabulous evening. If you are watching and you've not followed, please do. And remember, I will be streaming along with Robo, actually, on Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If that's too early for you, don't worry. We will be back at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday. And then if you're curious to see what happens in Neverland, please go ahead and tune in at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday. You all have a fabulous evening. I headed out.